feels as if one were in the mountains.
Given the heavy urbanization in past years, one wonders what will become of these peaceful inlets. But the Majorcans have become aware of the need to preserve their natural heritage, and since 1983, measures have been taken to protect the environment. Many parts of the island have been classified as nature reserves.
Unlike its larger neighbor, the little island of Minorca and its 285 kilometers of coastline have remained untouched by the huge boom in island tourism. The cliffs at Cap Cavalleria may remind one of those at Formentor, but one mustn't forget this island is very different from Majorca.
Here the average altitude is less than 100 meters. Minorca is a limestone plateau dotted with schist hills. One might think that the rather austere landscape would inspire melancholy, but the population is particularly hospitable, and the island has managed to preserve its authentic character better than its larger neighbor.
Long ago, Majorca and Minorca were called the two gymnases. The Balearic Islands are often linked with another pair of islands located to the west, the Piraeus.
The islands are located farther off the coast than the gymnases and faced more directly west. One of them is called Epirus and has a city with the same name. The island's circumference is 400 stadia, and its width is more or less equivalent to its length.
The island the Greek writer Strabo called Ibisus is Eivissa the Catalan, in other words, Ibiza, one of the most beautiful islands in all of the Mediterranean. This city of Ibiza clings to a rocky hilltop above a magnificent harbor. The upper city, Daltvila, is dominated by a cathedral and surrounded by 16th century ramparts built over ruins of walls built by the Arabs around an ancient Carthaginian city.
The city eventually spilled out of its enclosure and spread beyond the ramparts to the foothills in a picturesque maze of narrow streets and stairways. This is Sapenia, the old fishing district.
Ibiza has 210 kilometers of coastline, washed by crystal clear water. The island is only 41 kilometers wide at its largest point, so one never goes far without stumbling onto the sea.
The rocky coast is rugged and sprinkled with reefs. Its multitude of inlets have a particular charm. Most of these inlets are only accessible by boat, and since there is no road around the island, Ibiza is still able to preserve its many wonders from the dangers of intensive tourism.
One can occasionally see cabins at the foot of the rocks,